mentioned this before, but one of the most important factors when you are styling a room that's open concept is to have a nice flow. You need to consider that not only your furniture needs to flow, but also the color coordination. And we got it down pat with this living room and dining room. So one of the things that we were consistent with was keeping everything low profile. The sofa's low, the accent chairs are barrel back, and then you come into the dining room and you have low profile, again, barrel back dining chairs. And this keeps the eye consistently leveled. So you don't have a lot of up and down. Then we decided with our color coordination, we went more with a neutral gray in the dining room because our floor has a gray undertone in the hardwood. We felt that it was nice to just keep it at a minimal. So we did a light 8x10 area rug that has a very tone on tone, like a gray on gray pattern on it, as well our accent chairs were in gray. So what brought in the color? The dining table and all of the brass details. Then we brought in the brass into our artwork. So the artwork that we chose for this wall is pretty much big and beautiful. It's bold and dramatic, and it's exactly what you need on plain drywall because you want something that's really gonna make the wall pop. One of the things that I found at my consultation here was I didn't know what this room was because typically you have a living room in the front of the house and the dining room just tucked behind it. But this house, they had the dining room in the front of the house, which, I mean, it actually works out really nicely because it's a little bit more private in this area. And the big giveaway was this bar over here that they had, which I think is really practical. It's actually a continuation of the kitchen, which is right behind me. And we just accessorized with some bottled water and some cups and glasses to show what the space can be used for. We decided to do an oval table here, which is a little bit different than what we usually do, which flows really nicely with the staircase in the house because it's curved. So we did our 8-seater modern chairs, very sleek looking, very slim, which goes with the house. And we have our neutral gray rug on the floor. I felt that I needed to add the rug because I needed that break with the wooden floor, which this whole house is pretty much paneled. So I felt that if I had the chairs just sitting on the bare floor, it wouldn't look as appealing. So I needed that break. I needed to lighten it up a little bit. So we used an 8x10 rug here. It just kind of neutralized and lightened up the space a little bit. So where I'm standing right now is the living room, which once you get a full view, you will see how interesting this space is because the living room is open concept to the kitchen, and to the right of me is the family room. So I've never actually had to really deal with a space like this where all of these 3 rooms are in one big open concept space, but I think that it turned out so beautifully and I got lucky because I had all of the right pieces for it. Instead of doing a sofa here, because I have a great big sofa in the great room, we decided to split it up. I split up my chaise, did 2 chaises, end table, rug, 2 beautiful accent chairs, coffee table, and we accented with our bowls on the wall, which creates so much life, so much drama, instead of just doing like a mirror or a piece of art. So they were getting a lot of feedback with this area of what is it for? What do you do with it? And that's where we come in, where we style it and we show them what can we do with it. So you have 3/4 of the wall that's covered in the shelving, and then you have the rest of it, which is fireplace. So where are you centering everything, your furniture around? Are you centering it around the wall unit, the fireplace, or in between? So here's the challenge. Our room is an L-shaped room, so we had to actually cut off the furniture where the family room ends, which is essentially here, and not here, which is the edge of the fireplace, because this would typically be my border line. So I had to work with that wall. So we situated the furniture around this nook here in the window. So we had to be careful with our furniture placement so that everything is centered with where the TV would essentially go. So we use our rectangular table, which is pointed directly at the TV, which kind of centers everything on this line. And we have our beautiful custom sectional. This is absolutely stunning, guys. So soft, so cozy, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Luxury meets casual. And I think for a great room slash family room, it works out really well. This great room is so great that even my custom sectional gets a little bit lost in there. I mean, we picked all the right pieces for it and made sure that we don't have any dead space. So let me just go through with you. You have a floor to ceiling fireplace here. And I love this because they've done this in a stone finish. And it obviously has the grooves going through again, like you have it in the dining room, like you have it in the landing. And this is actually a gas fireplace, and I'm feeling the heat right now, and it's so nice because it's cold outside. So something like this in a great room, absolutely necessary. We did our poodle custom sectional, and it's modular, and you guys know I love modular because it fits into any space and you can play around with the pieces. And this is super deep. It's 44 inches deep. So if you have the space for it, like this great room here, then you could definitely pull off a piece like this. We did our custom circular ottomans that we had made for our projects, and I love them because they work with any house, really almost any space, as long as I have the space for it. And I brought in a lot of the black accents with my accent table. I did it in my mirrors. I have an accent chair in the corner over there. It's leather and it's done in black also. I had to speak with the homeowners and the builder because my vision with styling a house is to show every single space and use how it can be used functionally, and not showing a breakfast area here would not show a complete house. So I had to convince them to do this, but it worked out really well because we have a glass top table, which is neutral, it's muted, it's not like another wood, sitting on a wood, and it's not gonna block anything. So we did glass top, and we did our really small kitchen chairs, and they're in leather, and I love this because it's modern and it has the channeling on it. It's simple, black on black, and it actually complements the fireplace because they're almost a perfect match. So again, try to harmonize everything, try to neutralize certain pieces. Not everything has to stand out, not everything has to have a wow factor, because you do need the muted pieces in order for the wow factor to actually show itself. I have black bar stools, again, black on the gunmetal black legs, which is nice because it's also muted. They have a beautiful kitchen here, guys. Check this out. Look at all of the finishes here. I mean, where do I start? The cabinetry with the walnut finish, and they have the bottom cabinets done in like a taupey gray color, which is also neutral, and it bounces off the floors really nicely. Black hardware, and we have a Jenner stovetop, cooktop. Guys, check out this hood here. I mean, you want to talk about custom? This is definitely custom because this is the same finish that they did on the fireplace, and they've recreated it here. And I really like that, and we talk about this a lot in our videos of when you're dealing with an open concept space, of how to unify your two areas together if it is open space. You don't want one look on one side of the room and then a completely different look on the other side. So this kind of harmonizes the two spaces, and it makes the space feel more united, I would say.